Wild Wanker. Here we go. Battlecry, give a friendly beast plus 3 health. Beast Druid can actually become a thing now with the Druid of the Viper. I mean, the stats are really good. Like, compare this to a Yeti. Except for that it doesn't give any minion 3 health. But the Yeti is a 4/4/5, and this one gives 3 health to a friendly beast. This one is straight up better than Yeti if you play the synergy decks. I like it. I like it a lot. Wait, what class is this? This is a rogue card? Yeah, this is a rogue card. 2/3/2, did 1 damage. Mini SI. I think it sucks. They already have SI. SI is just a better card than this. This is a bad card. I don't like it at all. Battlecry if you're holding a dragon gain +1. +1. That's a 3/6. A 3/6. So okay, so it's 1 more health than Tastingo if you have a dragon. I would say it's like a pretty average card. It's 4 mana, so like dragon cards that are higher cost that synergizes with dragons are better because the longer you have to wait to play a card, the more likely it is for you to have another dragon in your hand by then. So that card is actually like probably slightly better than Tastingo. Torment Attendee, 1/2/1 with taunt. So I guess the only reason they put this shit in is because they want to make Taunt Warrior a thing. They want to make Taunt Warrior a thing, because that's the only deck I see this being played in. It's way too low turf to play in an actual control deck. This is a shitty card. It might work in Control Warrior. Shaman card. Probably one of the better ones we've seen released so far. It's not as crazy as people think when they saw it on the stream. As I said, you have to build your whole deck around this with a lot of reset after you play this card, because you're gonna be way behind. You're gonna be way fucking behind after playing this card, because it doesn't do anything instantly. And for what we've seen in the past, all the cards that doesn't have an impact on the board rarely gets used. That's why Trogshaw got fucked. Dr. Boom became the one and only. All the Battlecry minions or end of turns. Stream, shut the fuck up. Enough with your fucking trolling. But this is a ridiculous card actually, and this is what Shaman need. Can you compare? No. Okay, so Immune is slightly better than Divine Shield, because if you attack a minion that has freezing effect, like Water Elemental, you don't get frozen, but you do if you have Divine Shield. Or Snow Chugger. Horsen, shut the fuck up. 3/4/2.
Fuck you.
Yeah, especially that card Emperor, so people even put that garbage in Patreon.
Yeah. The Russian has an impact when you play him. I mean, as long as it's Battlecry or end of turn, it's going to be played. It's going to be played for sure. This one is for sure a good card compared to a Jungle Panther stats wise. But instead of stealth, it gives your friendly beast immune. You have to build your deck around it, of course. You can't play Aggro Hunter with this deck, because it's like worthless to play this on a fucking Haunted Creeper, right? On turn 2. But yeah, it's good with the new other fucking legendary that Hunter got. Summon a random beast. It's pretty sick. The new Beast Hunter. And Call Pet is probably gonna see way more play in this expansion, which is nice. Spawn of Shadows, inspire deal 4 damage to each hero. Okay, so they're trying to make Aggro Priest a thing. They released a couple of cards that seems good with Aggro Priest, and I like that because Priest has never been very versatile. 4/5/4. I have no idea how viable Aggro Priest is gonna be. I have fucking no idea. It might be good, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have a 4/5, even though it's gonna be an aggro. 4/5 would have been way better, but a 5/4 it will die pretty easily. Take off clothes. Oh my god, chat. You want me to rape your unborn children? Don't answer that. Sparring Partner, taunt, battlecry, give a minion taunt. Fucking taunt fiesta, new warrior meta.
Fuck you.
I'm 12 years old and what is this?
This is the new clown expansion card set. This is not a good card, I think. Like control warrior, like okay, the new control warrior legendary that summons. You don't want a lot of cheap minions, really. You really have to limit the amount of cheap minions so you don't get this shit when you play that guy, right? The one who summons any minion you draw, the next 3 cards onto your board. I don't like this card because it won't really fit, I think. Even though they will have a lot of taunt synergy, you don't really need this card. I think the other cards are enough. Sideshow Bob. Copy your opponent's hero power. This is just an awful card. This is just a fucking awful card. Come on. This is actually so bad. No one will. This card will not see play. This card will not see play in constructed high level at all. Never. Never ever will this card see play. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. A 6/6/5. It's just horrible shit. Shady Dealer. Ridiculously good card with pirate synergy. Like a 3/5/4. A 3/5/4. Holy shit, that is insane amount of value. Because the pirates decks are very, very aggressive. So having 5 power, and you'll be able to hit at least once with this clown. This is a good card for sure. But it's rogue only, so that's why it's not neutral. Shadowfiend. Whenever you draw a card, reduce its cost by 1. How good is this card? Half an innervate. So you could say that this card, it's gonna die. Let's say you get to draw 1 card with it. It's alright. It's like if you get to draw 1 card, you get the value back. If you get to draw 2 cards, then it has given you a lot of value. So you need to stay alive for 1 turn, which is kind of hard, but you can combo it with Power Ward Shield. The same turn you play it, you get value. But yeah, it's probably meant to be in aggro priest, so you can like throw out your whole hand. Big, yeah. You need powerful 1 and 2 drops to be able to protect this card, so it doesn't get traded immediately on the board. Or you need to combo it with Power Shield. Seal of Champions, give a minion +3 attack and Divine Shield. So yeah, it's like a Blessing of Might and the 1 mana Divine Shield card they have, but in 1 card, and it costs 1 more. but it's one card, so it's more value, right? And actually, it's actually a pretty decent card. It's not overpowered. Yeah, I mean, this card is probably gonna be played up quite a bit because it's card efficient, and they really want Paladin to become a control class with the new mechanics. The show a random minion in your deck, and if it's high cost than your opponents, you gain a certain amount of stats or effects on whatever you play. So it's probably it's more of a value card, this, and it's gonna be played in control a bit, I think. At least a one-off, I think. I'm not too good at Paladin, but that's what I would assume. Saboteur, Battlecry, your opponent's hero power costs 5 more next turn. This is the next Kisan, guys. It's a fucking gimmicky fucking tech card that you will stream snipe me with whenever I fucking build an Aspire deck. I hate it. I already hate it. I already fucking hate it. Okay, Refreshment Vendor. Battlecry, restore 4 health to each hero. A 4/3/5. Tastingo stats. 4 health to each hero. I would say that this card is actually 4 health. How much is 4 health? 4 health is a good amount. 4 health is probably worth more than the taunt against aggressive decks, because the stats is the same, so you can still trade it for the same amount of minions. But the difference is that they get immediate damage after you play this guy. It will depend on what they have on board, of course, by that turn. I think it's a average card, maybe slightly worse than Tastingo, actually. Now that I think about it, yeah, it's definitely not a good card in this meta, because all the other class 4 and 3 drops that we've seen has been really powerful, and this is just a neutral kind of bad card. I don't think it will see play at all. Recruiter, Inspire, add a 2/2 Squire to your hand. 2/2 Squire to your hand. Oh, it's so hard to judge all these fucking... it's so hard to foresee these Inspire cards, really. Because you really have to playtest these kind of Inspire decks in order to know for sure. At best, it's average. It's not a good card. At best, it's average. Because you add it to your hand, and it's very, very slow. It's already 5 mana, a 5/4.
Forget all these new cards. The most powerful card in Hearthstone is my Visa debit. Chat spam kappa 132.
That's okay. Yeah, so I don't remember his stats, but we're not gonna click on it again. But since it's a neutral minion, this is fucking Hearthstone's Facebook page. Can they fucking moderate this shit? This is Hearthstone's fucking Facebook page. Oh my god, are you fucking retarded? Listen, please, you need to moderate this shit. Oh my god. Think of the children trying to fucking review your cards. God damn it. 5 mana 5/6. It's not a good card. Unless it was a beast, then it might be okay. But it's not a good card. 5 mana 5/6. There's too many good effects nowadays. Or not nowadays, but in this expansion that competes with that slot. Murloc Knight inspires summon a random Murloc. It seems super slow to me, right? Actually, no, it's not actually. Now that I think more about it, if you have a good start already, I don't know, Murloc War Leaders and shit, and you play this, it's gonna stick on the board for sure for one turn, and then it's like, this is the one that we saw. I don't know. It's like you get the tap, and that card gets played. You don't get the battle cry, of course, but I don't really want the battle cry from Cold Light Oracle anyway, I think, because it gives your opponent more options. And it's only Cold Light Seer, the one that gives health buff, that doesn't really get anything from this, but it's still a Murloc, so it has synergy. This is actually now that I thought more about it, it's actually a good card. It has 4 health as well. If it was a 4/3, it would have been really bad, but it's a 3/4, so it will stick on the board way more times now. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and Magnataur Alpha, this is the one that someone talked about in the nations. Also damage the minions next to whomever he attacks. So it's like the golem, harvest golem, but it's a 4 mana drop with 5 attack, 3 power. I'm not sure, like, it seems like this is going the opposite direction of what, stats wise, it's good. I mean points, but the stats distribution is bad. If it would have been a 4/4/4 with this effect, it would have been really good. I don't know. It feels like this doesn't really work. It won't really work. No, I don't think it will work because you're building your control warrior to be defensive, and this is an offensive card. Offensive card. I'm triggered. Kvaldir Raider. Inspire, gain +2/+2. A 5/4/4. You have to use your hero power at least once to get back the value. The 5 mana cost slot is already very occupied though by really powerful minions. That's the problem I see with this card. If this was a 4 mana with like 3/3, it would have been 10 times better. It's 5 mana is like Floating Watcher is just a better card than this. But it's Warlock specific, but yeah, we'll see. I don't think it will see much play, this card. Knight of the Wild. Whenever you summon a beast, reduce the cost of this card by 1. So yeah, they're going on with the beast synergy druid. Let's say you play. There are a couple of early beast drops in druid. Whenever you summon a beast, yeah, I mean, let's say you play 2 beasts. It will be a 5/6/6. That's a good card. A 5/6/6 is good. It can't get BGH'd. It can't get silenced. 2 beasts, it's very likely to be played. If you get to play 3 once, 3 beasts, then it becomes a fucking 4/6/6. It's insane. This card is definitely gonna be staple in beast druids for sure. Because it's not fighting. With the 7 mana cost slot like Dr. Boom and Ancient of Lore. Because it's not going to be 7 mana by the time you play it, most likely. So that's why it's good. So I think that's going to be a staple in Beast Druid for sure, and it might even become a really good deck. King's Elekk, Battlecry, reveal a minion in each deck. If your costs more, draw it. This one is insane actually, with Beast Hunter. Especially with that Stablemaster guy, giving him immunity afterwards. They needed a good 2-drop beast. Like, Haunted Creeper is not gonna see play in the new Beast Hunter. I'm pretty certain of it. It's not gonna see play at all. So this is gonna be the replacement most likely. Reveal a minion in each deck if yours cost more. So there's gonna be Call Pet. There's gonna be this guy that takes over the 2 slot instead of Haunted Creeper and Knife Jugglers. Mad Scientist is still probably gonna be a thing because it's fucking overpowered. Unless you play Secretless. You might not even have room for Secrets, we'll see, but probably you will play Secrets because it's fucking ridiculous right now. We'll have to see, but yeah, this card is definitely gonna be good. Elemental Destruction, we've seen this one already. Good card for sure. In the right deck. Very good. Because if you play this on 3 or 4 and you get overloaded, like the overload doesn't matter because it's overloading, if that makes sense. You're at negative mana, but that doesn't matter if you're at 0 or negative mana. So it's actually a lot of value, this card. Dragonhawk Rider. Gain Wind Fury this time. I'm trying to think in what deck this could be good in right now. Hunter. As I've said before, like this, the fucking 3 and 4 drops, class specific 3 and 4 drops are really fucking good. And when you compare these neutral minions with those, they seem like kind of meh, you know, kind of weak. It's gonna be really hard to fit these in, like these neutral low drops, because the class specific ones are already so fucking good. I don't think this will see play. The effect is not that good. Wind Fury is not that good. Dalaran Aspirant, Inspire, gain spell damage +1. So we've seen the new mage spell, which is a 1 mana, 2 damage spell that gets double effect from spell power. And we've seen that new, is it a 3 or 4 drop that gains more stats if you have a minion that gives spell power. But this doesn't count like that because this is an Inspire. It doesn't give automatically when you play it. You need to use your hero power and then it gets the spell power. But the stats are, as I said, this seems to be the common thing at 4 drops in this expansion. 3-5 in stats for a lot of things. Tastingo stats. Mage is probably the one who's getting the most out of the Inspire mechanics from what I've seen. So this card, it's probably very good, I would say. It's probably a staple in Inspire decks with new mage spell as well. Yeah, definitely gonna see a lot of play this card. Competitive Spirit. Secret, when your turn starts, give your minion +1/+1. Okay, so what decks will be playing this? Aggro. Aggro for sure. Wait, how do you proc this secret? Oh, it procs, okay, it procs when you talk. Okay, so it's a 1/1/1. You basically give 1 damage and 1 health for 1 mana. But 1 turn later. Oh, it's not that, I don't think it's good then. Avenge is just better. So yeah, this is just 1 health, 1 damage that gets delayed for all your minions. How many minions will you have? I mean, if you have Mustard, then... Okay, this is actually a really good card. Fuck. No, not fucking Eboladin. I don't want this shit back in the game. Oh my god, this is actually a good card. Okay, so you play this turn 1 and then you coin Muster. And then you get... I think it's a good card for sure. It's a good card. Chillmaw, Taunt, Death Rattle. This is the card I was talking about before. It's like an abomination on steroids, basically. It's 2 more mana for 1 more stats. No, 2 more stats in each category. And 1 more damage. And it has Taunt. Taunt is good. Because it synergizes with Warrior. So it's a good Warrior card, I think. And it can't get BGH'd. But why would you? Even if it has 7 attack, would you BGH it? Just to... I mean, sometimes, I guess. It's a pretty good card, but it's not ridiculous like people would think. I have no idea what the fuck this card is. Or why they thought it would be... Okay, it's actually a beast. Okay, that makes things a bit more interesting. Houndmaster on that clown. Holy fuck. And then he gets BGH. Never lucky. It's a beast card. You can play the Stablemaster on this guy and he becomes immune. But it's 7 mana. But if you draw it with... Oh, wait. Okay, so the card itself is not very good, right? But there are other cards that makes this card very good. Like Call Pet reduces it. The fucking new legendary for hunters that summons a random beast. That ups the estimated value of that card a lot. If you get this guy, for example. That is insane. Okay, so this card, you will not... It's bad if you get to play it from your hand. But if you get to summon it with that guy or Call Pet, reduce it, it's pretty good. Wait, what is the... Wait, are you saying the Hunter card is not a legendary? The 5/3/3? Hunter, legendary, TGT. No, I was talking about the new Hunter legendary. The 5 mana, 3/3, summon a random beast if you have a beast. Right? That's a legendary, right? Raw Mangler. Okay, here's the card. It's not a legendary. It's not even a legendary. You guys. It's not a legendary, you guys. You were wrong. It's actually not a legendary. That card is insane. Buccaneer, whenever you equip a weapon, give it +1 attack. 2/1. +1 attack. I mean, this is always gonna be played in aggro. Or in aggro / pirate rogue. I don't know if it's super aggro or if it's more control. Board control style, the new rogues. But it's definitely gonna be played. I mean, it's a 1/1. That's probably gonna get buffed. Unless you're lacking, because you're not gonna play the fucking Charge Pirate, I think. This one is better than the Charge Pirate in the new Rogue, I think. Pirate Rogue. Just a decent one drop. Oh, okay. My bad, boys. Whenever you equip a weapon, give the weapon one attack, not this one. Okay, then it's actually better. Then it's actually better than what I thought. So that would definitely be played. Board's Lieutenant, Inspire, gain +1 health. When will you ever use this? Okay, here's the clown. Here's the Shaman clown. No, it's a neutral legendary, but he played it today on Shaman. Whenever your hero takes damage, this minion takes it instead. So, it's like a taunt, but it's not a taunt. It's more of a Spirit Link. Except it only goes one way. 3/9 for 6 mana. 6/6/7. Okay, so it has one less stats than the Bolfist Ogre, but it gets the effect. And the stats are distributed way better for this effect, of course. Is it good? Or is it bad? Fuck you, Face Hunters. That's all I can say. So, this will rape Face Hunter. This will rape Freeze Mage. Never best Freeze Mage in the world. Shit, I hate this card already. Fuck this card. Fuck this card. I guess it will be pretty okay. Nothing too sick though. I mean, the 9 health, 3 attack is super good versus aggro. I like it. I like it. Even though it fucks Freeze Mage over, I like it. It's like, it's good for the meta that I want. I don't want this fucking Smork meta. Oh shit, a new secret. Secret, after your hero is attacked, summon a 3/3 bear with taunt. So it's basically a 2 mana 3/3 with taunt. You pay the grizzly faggot with for 2 mana instead of 3, but it gets delayed. But it works with Mad Scientist. Yeah, this will definitely see play in the Beast Hunter. This is a really good card. And also the thing is that it's a tricky situation because if they attack your hero, if they have like 1 minion and they attack your hero's face, then your beast won't get killed because they can't attack after that. If they have 2 minions and they attack with 1 minion first to the face, like if they have a Clockwork Gnome and a fucking Mech Warper on the board or something, and they attack with the Clockwork Gnome to face, player on the freezing, it's a bear trap. The Mech Warper can't attack because it's a fucking 3/3 taunt. It's like, you're gonna have to think so much about freezing trap, bear trap, and snake trap every time you make a play. Because you can probably tell that it's not gonna be explosive if it's Beast Hunter. But of those 3 traps, you definitely have to like fucking calculate the best way of ordering your attacks and which minion to attack with first. It's gonna be a fucking clown fiesta, that's for sure. In that sense, I don't really like it because I'm a streamer and they would know for sure which trap I have. But it is a good card. It is gonna be played in every Beast Hunter, that's for sure. But I don't really like it because I'm a streamer, you know. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Arcane Blast. People were fucking crying about Malygos Mage being a thing now. It's not really as sick of a card as people think. Because if you play Malygos Freeze Mage, for example, it's gonna be very hard to fit this card in. And even if you do fit it in, you already have your board removals. Everything you cast with Malygos, you want it to go face. And this only deals damage to minions. So it's not as good as a card as people would like to think. It's not gonna be played in Freeze Mage, Freeze Mage, if that's what you think. It's more gonna be played in some kind of mid-range deck that relies on boosting up spell power with the new mage cards. But it's not going to be played in Moloch's Freeze Mage, that much I can guarantee you guys. Probably my favorite legendary in this whole expansion so far, from what I've seen. You're gonna want to play... Obviously you don't get the Battle Cry, because they get put directly into the battlefield. You don't get the Battle Cries from it. For example, Dr. Boom, you don't get the Boom Bots. Deathwing, you don't get to discard the whole board. Or hand, for that matter. It's very expensive, yes. But there's Emperor in Control Warrior. And you draw 3 cards, which is like really big. It can get BGH though because of the 7 stats. So that's a bummer. But you do get to draw 3 cards. You're gonna want to build your deck around it for sure. And not have too many of those 2 mana drops that Warrior's gotten. I mean, the Horsey thingy is pretty good, but the other card is pretty bad. Yeah, you're gonna have to cut a lot of cheap cards from the current Control Warrior. When you draw this, deal 1 damage to all your minions. Yeah, what can we say? It's a fucking Boulder Fist Ogre that deals damage to your board. How good is that? Acolytes. I mean, if you want to combo this with Battle Rage, you're gonna have to wait until 8 mana, or Emperor Reduction at least. No, it's not all minions, it's your minions. It's not your opponent's minions. It's not a fucking Flame Leviathan Junior. This is just your minions. I mean, you play Patrons. Let's say Patron still is a thing. You draw this. The turn after you play Patrons with like Inner Rage. But it's not a good card, I think. I don't think that it will be played in Patrons. Because you have to rely on ridiculous RNG to get this value. You have to like play your board, Patrons and shit, and then you Battle Rage into this guy, but you still have to have a lot of combo cards. Tiny Knight of Evil. Why is he riding a Zergling in a World of Warcraft? This is just... Why is this a good card? This is a shitty ass card. Unless they're adding more discard mechanics. Oh wow, it's a Fell Hunter. It looks nothing like a Fell Hunter. Look at this Ebola face. Even has a beard. I don't know, I don't like it that much. Discard a card. I know they've added some new discard thingies. Missed that card. Oh my god, I swear to god I will end all of you. Void Crusher. Inspire, destroy a random minion for each. This one is actually really good. But this card is insane. Like, you get this from fucking Voidcaller. And you have stuff like Implosion. You have stuff like Nerubian Eggs that wants to get destroyed. Like 1/1 Imp or Implosion or Haunted Creeper. Like, compared to killing off your opponent's fucking Ancient of War, you know? Sue is gonna be pretty fucking strong with this card. That's for sure. That's for fucking sure. Yeah, I know it can destroy itself, but what I'm saying is that I know it can destroy itself. I know it can destroy itself, but you have a lot of more shittier things in your opponent, right? 6-drop in Sue, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get it from Voidcaller, like you get fucking Mal'Ganis from Voidcaller, or fucking Doomguards. You have 2 Voidcallers in your deck. You have 3 cards right now that you really want from Voidcaller, and that's Mal'Ganis, Doomguard. How many more cards? It's like playing... It kind of becomes too much, you know? It's kind of like playing 2 Mad Scientists, but like 5 traps, you know? It loses a bit of value. Because you're not going to be able to get all of them from the Mad Scientist. It's the same scenario here. How many big demons can you fit in before Voidcaller value? I guess it would be alright, this card. But definitely a better one. High Reward Glory. Choose a minion whenever it attacks, restore 4 health to your hero. So it's like one of those shitty paddling cards that draws your card, but it restores health instead. Wow. So how does this... How does this work on Light of Naru, Light Warden? Does the heal... I guess the heal triggers first, so it buffs the attack before the attack lands. if you play this on a Light Warden. Yeah. And also, fuck you, Face Hunter. Fuck you. This is like giving taunt to a minion and this effect against Face Hunter. This is like giving taunt and the effect for 1 mana. That is pretty sick. But Priest already has an easy time against Face Hunter, right? Or fairly easy time against Face Hunter. If you build it like a normal priest, standard priest. It's a 7 mana 5/4. I mean, I know the effect looks really fucking good. I know it is, you know. It totally is. But you have to understand that this is a 7-drop with 4 health. How are we gonna keep this alive? Even if you get the Emperor. So it will cost, like, if you wanna get immediate value from this, you have to get 1 hero power, of course, and that's 9 mana.
You can even play Glory on opponent's Huffer to disable it. PogChamp rip Hutard's forehead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like it won't be able to survive for more than 1 turn, and then when you finally pull it off, I'll get fucking Lore Rocket Show, and then I'm never gonna play that card again. That's probably gonna be my experience with playing that card. Powershot. Okay. 6 damage, 3 mana. Well, this is gonna be played in the Beast Hunter, most likely. It's an early removal against aggro. It's like a mini consecration. But not really a consecration, but really the same effect, because your opponent will most likely only have 3 minions by that point. When you play this if you play this on curve. So it's slightly better than consecration, I would say. Not really. Not really. But there's a big difference between 3 and 4 mana. Big difference. That's actually a huge leap when it comes to removal. But it's definitely better than Demon Wrath that we got in this expansion. Destroy a minion, add a random minion to your opponent's hand. Add a random minion? What is the estimated value of that? How much mana? Oh, it's impossible to know actually without knowing all the new cards exactly. Mill Druid, yeah, sure. It's like it's of course it's way better than It's not way better than Naturalized for Mill Druid actually, but it's like way better in normal Druid decks. It's gonna be played. This is gonna be played. I can feel it. I have a feeling this is gonna be played. I mean, you can destroy, like, okay, so the meta is shifting so much towards control in this expansion that this card will, the estimated value from this card will probably be positive for sure. I mean, okay, if you wanna make like a comparison, like Unstable Portal, how often do you get a good card from Unstable Portal compared to getting your fucking 1-drops or fucking 2-drops from Unstable Portal? This is the same thing. You'll get those cards and he destroys a fucking Ancient of War from you. Mogor's Champion. Oh, come on. You know what? When I first saw the cards, like for the very first time that they released for this expansion, I was like, man, I'm so happy they stepped away from the RNG fiesta, you know. Because in GVG, it was a shit ton of RNG cards. In Blackrock Mountain, they reduced it quite a bit. And now, it fucking returns. Returns of the RNG fiesta. Everything is fucking random. Like, fuck. No one is gonna play this card ever. This is a shitty ass card. You have 5 attack. You finally get to play this card. It doesn't die to BGH. You try to attack his face with 8 fucking damage. You attack into a fucking 5. Frigid Snobold. Spell damage +1, 2, 6. Okay, so this doesn't look very good. And it isn't very good. But there is that other card that synergizes with spell power. And that will still make this a very bad card. Because I believe that's a 3 or 4 drop. And you want to play those after you play spell damage minion. This is shit. You could say that this card won't snowball. Okay, that was awful. Enter the Colosseum. Destroy all minions except each player's highest attack minion. Highest attack is not always the best minion. Let's see here. I mean, what I like about this card is that it's no RNG, except if you have 2 of the same power minion on the board. Magma Rager survives. I don't know about this card. It seems like it's weight, like if you want to play this like versus aggro, it's just a shittier brawl, right? Because it costs more. And if you play this versus control, I don't know. I don't know. I don't actually know. What do you guys think? Will it be good or not? I have to imagine all the new Paladin minions, and I can't really remember them in order to make good call there. Convert. Put a copy of a minion into your hand. Okay, so this card is like pay 2 mana to get 2 copies of a legendary in your deck. That's basically what this card will do. You will only use it on your fucking legendary, where you can only have 1 of. Is it worth paying 2 mana to get another legendary? In a control game, probably you have the time. Yeah, sure. It's awful tempo, but in a control meta, where this expansion seems to be shifting towards, it might actually see play. Yeah. I know, enemy. I didn't say friendly minion. Why are you guys fucking judging my... I read the wordings correctly. I know, and it's still gonna be the same. You're only gonna copy legendaries from your opponent, most likely. And everyone is gonna play the same staple legendaries, right? Like this would be used in this. If this was played in this meta, it would be used on your opponent's Dr. Boom, right? That's what I'm saying. And you play Dr. Boom already, so that's a copy of... That's like playing 2 Dr. Booms, right? I mean, there's a lot of strong class-specific legendaries, right? Not really, actually. But there are some, yeah. Shaman, Warrior, for sure. I think this card might see play, actually. But it's not super good. It will all depend on the meta, if it's control or not. Fencing Coach. The next time you use your hero power, it costs 2 less. So yeah, this card is good, obviously. In the right deck. Synergy wise. It's like a 1 mana 2/2. Not really. But you get 2 of those 3 mana back. There are a lot of 3 and 4 drops with the Inspire effects, as you know. And even that legendary, the 5 drop, that gives you a random card. You get to use your hero power whenever you want. The next time. For 2 less, aka free. It's a good card for sure if you want to play those kind of inspired decks, and I assume that will become the meta because those cards seems quite good. Oh my god, what is this clown deck? Oh my god, no! Blizzard, you gotta be fucking shitting me right now.
Fuck you.
Did you just make summon
Byglyph
Huffer?
Second place is really close.
Did they really
What
just
the
make
fuck is
summon
this shitty
Huffer?
retarded dumb game?
This is very versatile, this card. It can be defensive. It's so bad defensively. Like you play your fucking Argent Squire turn 1. You trade into your opponent's fucking Leper Gnome. You coin out this on your Argent Squire and you have a Huffer every time. And he gets attacked that turn as well, of course. This card You have to compare it to Arathi Weaponsmith, or whatever it's called. The 3/3 that gives you a weapon. It's not... okay, it's not exactly like that. So it seems like with this card and the Magnataur card, Blizzard wants to give you option of going mid-range / face. I don't want to say face, but mid-range aggressive warrior. The thing is that the Inspire hero power, like hero power with warrior, is still gonna be armor up. And armor up is a defensive ability that doesn't give you any tempo advantage at all. I don't know. I think that the defensive control warrior will be way stronger. You might be able to build a good mid-range warrior. But it seems like the hero power is just meant to be defensive, you know? Like, the class is meant to be defensive. They're also trying to make priest be aggressive, which I think it's way more likely that the priest, that there's gonna be an aggro priest and that there's gonna be a aggro warrior next expansion. Mysterious Challenger. Battlecry, put one of each secret from your deck into the battle. Wait, what the fuck? You play one of each secret in your deck, and you play this guy, and you get all the secrets equipped at once? Am I reading this correctly? It's very expensive though, so you might have drawn those secrets by the time you play this, and you most likely will have drawn one or two. It's like, yeah, this is like a fucking... yeah, this is a Mad Scientist threesome right here. Here we go, Mad Scientist threesome. That's what we're gonna call this card. And that's not something I would want to watch. Ice Rager, I don't... like, what the fuck? This is just stupid. I just thought of some really good Magma Rager decks, and they add this card. Feels Batman. Feels like this is like the youngest child, and he gets all the attention. Fucking troll blizzards. But really, like, is this card good? Not fucking really. Compare it to Druid of the Flame. Druid of the Flame is a beast. It's versatile. It has the same damage and defense and health in one of the mods, and you can make it a 2/5 as well, and it's still not played in the competitive meta. It's just bad. It's just bad. Not gonna say play. Fearsome Doomguard. Okay, so what I'm guessing here is the next Zoo is gonna be way more board control oriented, way less face. You're gonna remove Doomguards, and you're gonna add this guy, and you're gonna add the other guy that when you hero power, you destroy minions. I mean, stats wise, because this card is horrible if you play it from the hand. It is pretty good. Pretty darn good. 6/8. Because, I mean, compare it to Boulder Fist Ogre. This is one more mana for one more health. That's horrible, right? But it is a demon. And you can't get it from White Collar. You can't argue it up afterwards, making it ridiculously strong against aggro. But we'll see. I don't know. This is... if it had one more health... then this card would be good. I don't know now. I don't know. It can't get BGH'd, of course. And that's the good thing. But if it had one more health, it would be pretty good. But now it's like... meh. Destroy 2 random enemy minions. Discard 2 random cards. 2 random minions. It sucks versus aggressive / mid-rangey kind of decks. Dark Barkin, 2 deadly shots. Not really. It's 2 deadly shots in 1 card, but you have to discard 2 cards. There are some cards that benefits from discarding in this expansion. It's not very good. Unless we see other demons that benefits greatly from discarding, I don't see this card being played too often, no. Evil Heckler, 4 mana, 5/4. Now that's what we call power creep. Not really, because I never played another card game, but I know what the term means. Booty Bay. RIP. Booty Bay will never see play again after this. Oh my god. This guy. It's I don't know if it's bad or not. I mean, Booty was obviously horrible and never saw playing constructed at all. I thought I remember Kit Kat's like playing in Control Warrior at one point, and like he was so happy that that he managed to fit it in, and it's just fucking shit compared to the fucking Belcher. But at 4 mana, Evil Heckler, 5 damage, 4 health. It is better than the Tastingo in my opinion, right now. It has 1 more stats, even if it has 1 more health, it has 2 more attack. And if you play this on turn 4, your opponent plays a card on turn 5, you can still trade up if it's one of the newer, stronger minions with more health. I think it's average, not good. And it's not
Booty Bay feels bad man, Booty Bay feels bad man, worse for joust forehead, worse for joust forehead, worse for joust forehead.
Yeah. We'll see, man. As I said, like the 3 and 4 drops that we've seen that are class specific are very good, and I don't know. It seems Taunt doesn't seem to be the shit in this expansion, you know, because there's so many cards that fucks over Smork already that you don't need Taunt anymore because the meta will be so control heavy. So that's why I'm thinking this card will not be played, but the stats are pretty good. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's better than a Yeti. Shieldwind Yeti, but Yeti as a Yeti is also never played anymore because it's like there are too many good 4-drops right now that takes that spot, and it will be even more good 4-drops in this expansion. So sorry, Evil Hitler, you will not be seeing play too much. If my calculations are correct, Dread Scale at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to all other minions. Mini Barongeddon. Barongeddon Junior. This is one of those cards that I was talking about that fucks up Smork. You know, they have their little fucking abusive, their little fucking leper gnomes. You play this on turn 3, they get fucked. Fucks up Aggro Paladin, Muster. So, Unleash, this is kind of like Unleash, but a beast in 1. It's actually really good. Dread Scale, yeah, I like this card a lot. I mean, guys, people are saying it's bad versus fucking Grim Patrons, but come on, guys. I don't think Grim Patron is gonna be a thing. No, I don't think Grim Patron is gonna become anything better in this expansion. They're not gonna get any new additions. Blizzard knows what's up. They're not nerfing it because they know that they're not gonna give anything that will make Grim Patron stronger in this expansion. That's how they're nerfing it. Acid Maw, that's the card that he was talking about. Whenever another minion takes damage, destroy it. How is this card 7 mana again? So it's like a 2-piece Deathwing that doesn't discard your hand. And you get to keep... Is this a 2-piece Deathwing that doesn't discard your hand? Am I reading into this correctly? Okay, it fucking sucks. It fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. It has 2 health. It has 2 health. You need to get this with call pet. Yeah, so this, I don't know. Like, come on. I don't know. I know you can unleash combo, but it's still 10 mana. It's still 10 mana. You have to get it with call pet or get it randomly summoned by the fucking 5/3/3 hunter. Beneath the grounds, shuffle 3 ambushes into your opponent's deck. When drawn, you summon a orf. So I assume this is like Spider-Acole, shut the fuck up. This is not Spider-Acole. Yeah, so this is like the warrior card that shuffles a mine into your deck, I would assume. The ambushes doesn't really do anything when you draw them. Except for the fact that they summon 4/4 Nerubian for you when they're drawn. They're just they're not really a card, you know. So this card is actually very fucking ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't deny your opponent his next draw. That like it's the same as with the mine. It doesn't deny your opponent his next draw. He just draws it. You summon a 4/4. The card disappears, and he draws another one, the normal one he would have gotten. So it's not. No, it's not Mill Rogue. No. It doesn't work with Mill Rogue. No, guys, it doesn't work with Mill. You have to understand that. It does not work with Mill. Okay, so it's a good card. You get 3 mana, 3 4/4s, but it will all come down to fucking RNG. Vermist Agent, game +1 and Taunt. Dragon Priest making a comeback. I don't know, Kev.